they accepted all the Medicaid patients, and the regular hospital wouldn't accept them. They actually turned them away and told them to go to St. Clair's. And the state allowed that. So after a while, the Catholic hospital with the low reimbursement from the Medicaid went bankrupt. And then at that point, the state stepped in and forced it.
So this is a 60-meter band, which is an amateur radio band. It's the only band below 10 megahertz that has upper sideband mode. It is also a mode where a lot of military are a little mad at, because amateur radio is secondary here, and a lot of radio operators do not respect that. So when any military or any stations come in, they just think that this is their bands, which is where I have a hard time with amateur radio idiots that do not abide by rules. So for the rest, it doesn't happen often that we have single sideband on this band. So 533 is 0.5. Fine tuning here.
But they resist to get gobbled up because they don't do abortions there.
This is what's cool with this radio, is that it gives you so much flexibility, like a high-end radio. So it's like a desktop in a package that is a portable / desktop radio, and it does well what it does, even though, once again, we talk about it all the time. What radio is perfect? None. I got a Yaesu that's like $2,000. Is it perfect? No. For my use, is it perfect for amateur radio? Yeah, probably, because on amateur radio it does what ham radio is, and it's a ham radio gear. But still, for do it all, like I want with shortwave radio listening, well, yeah, it got that 12 kilohertz roofing filter, which is way too large for international broadcast band listening. But how do you qualify that? It's a $2,000 radio that has a flaw, but it might not have a flaw because that's not the market it goes for. So that's where, there ain't a lot of radios that are perfect. Most of them have flaws in all sorts of ways. But we got to choose, and we got to choose what's good, what's bad. And this is really good at what it does, and I just think this is one of the best radios for 2024, and definitely is amazing, even though it's not perfect, even though it misses on things that a lot of people like, like RDS on FM, for example. Yeah, it is not perfect, but it does what it does very well.
And the gouging of everything. And this is where hospitals, the people that were the CEOs, the people who were running it were all in league with one another. And they all were going to retire at some point in time. And they were getting a nice, real fat, couple